Level of some of these juniors, that first lap, it was sub 2 minutes. The first couple of racers were sub 2 minutes. They're already on about to hit turn number 3. So sub 2 minutes, you compare that with some of the men's Cat 4. In fact, who knows? Some of these guys may have already raced in the men's Cat 4, and they're young. They can just jump right back on the bike and do back-to-back races as we have our juniors here. The other key thing is, this is the ACC juniors. This is the first year the juniors are part of the American Criterium Cup Series. So, I mean, this is when we're trying to recognize these up-and-coming talent, some targets for maybe some of the pro teams like Butcher Box, Legion of LA, all that. You get these juniors coming on up and being recognized as the best of the 15 and 16 and 17 and 18-year-old categories. And again, that ACC Cup presented by Renaissance Financial for the juniors. Reminder, we are trying to get our podiums handled in quick succession here. So, trying to get our men's Cat 4 coming up shortly. Just under 4 minutes in, so we'll look off to the west, looking for our junior leaders, heading on through. We need to clear the course, clear the course, clear the course. A reminder, just because the volunteers let you cross, you need to hurry your butt across. Hustle, hustle. Course marshals are here to protect the riders first and foremost. So if they're letting you on the course, do not dilly-dally, do not dawdle, do not anything else with the starts with the D word. Just get across and move. So once again, especially because the front group, these guys are sub 2 minutes. They are hustling. So again, a lot of patience required. Making sure as we navigate the course marshals and have all the pedestrians. We appreciate you being here, but remember, first and foremost, the marshals here to protect the racers from you and for you to cheer on the racers because they're working harder than you are. So let them know how much you appreciate the effort. So about 5 minutes in here to our 30-minute race. Again, if you're trying to figure out live results and everything else, we've got a couple different locations you can go. You can go to my.raceresult.com. Not for this race? Nope, never mind. Just go to www.yourresults.live. That'll be the site for the juniors. But if you're not a junior or a fun hater, John Gallagher, golly, you can go to my.raceresult.com /groups/6078 for all the rest of the races. But for this one, go to www.yourresults.live. Alrighty, so once again, another good part of having the Quick Trip sponsor here for our live feed is you get a chance to be all over the race course. So we got multiple cameras, multiple jumbotrons. So if you're watching the live feed or you're out here in the race course, you're near one of our jumbotrons, you have a chance to go see. You'll see these little mini gruppettos, these little small pelotons, the race within the race with all the different age groups racing in our junior race.
Call it out, tell them to stay there.
Again, make sure we keep your head on a swivel. If you're going to cross, make sure you are hustling when you cross because this race is active. Appreciate it. So we are going to try to recognize our men's Cat 4 podium momentarily, but here's the problem. Your winner's racing in the junior race. I mentioned some of these guys probably did the Cat 4 and then jumped straight in the junior race, and that's exactly what Jackson did, who won our men's Cat 4. So yeah, our men's Cat 4 podium, Jackson Clary, Cameron Powers, Drew LaFan. Try to get that name there, try to read the handwriting. Our unofficial podium. The problem is Jackson Clary is out here on the race course racing in the juniors. All righty, here in the junior race. Again, thank you everybody for coming on out. Volunteers, family, friends, joining us here at the 2024 edition of St. Francis Tulsa Tough. This is the junior race, so multiple racers in and amongst different categories. Looks like that was Crispy Prince, Kaylin Bearden rolling on through. That's the front. That's kind of the business end of this one. I believe that may be Tozer Jones, racing with Stoic Race Team out of Wisconsin. Some of their juniors, like you said, they're doing sub 2-minute laps. Definitely hustling and bustling, faster than some of our men's Cat 4 laps, for sure. Also looking at maybe 6:14, and it's not 6:14. Trying to catch that eye of the racer that's towards the front. Again, welcome to Saturday, day number 2. Chance to thank all of our great sponsors here at Tulsa Tough. Of course, St. Francis Tulsa Tough, the lead sponsor every year since 2006. 18 editions of this 3-day cavalcade of whimsy. That is crit racing in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. National and international location when it comes to racing on 2 wheels. But also thank you to Aon, our great sponsor for the Fondos. Thank you to McNelly's Group, our sponsor on Friday night in the Blue Dome District. Thank you to McElroy Manufacturing, who's our sponsor tomorrow at the River Parks, it's not Crybaby Hill, the River Parks Criterium, the Crybaby Hill Party, unofficial sponsor being liver cirrhosis. But here we are in our junior race as we roll through. We're going to try to recognize our men's Cat 4 podium again momentarily. Gotcha. We got some sportsmanship here by the rest of our men's Cat 4 podium. Our second place finishers, they could already go up there, have a photo, but here's the thing. Jackson Clary, your winner, he's racing in the junior race, so they've made the determination, like, listen, the guy beat us, we're going to recognize this guy. We want to be up on that top step, get his photo, get the award, get the recognition. So Jackson Clary, who's racing in the junior race right now, will wait to do the men's Cat 4 podium coming up later after our junior race. And then coming up next will be our kids race, the future of American cycling. It won't be laps. Like I said, if you've ever been out to Centier Sunday, they got a great course set up out of Bixby Intermediate down there south. It's an awesome event. They make the kids race, not the juniors. They make the kids do 2 laps. My 8-year-old was a pro. He did the first lap and he went straight to the parking lot. Don't let anybody know you didn't finish the second lap if you go straight to the car. So we will be staging for the kids race coming up in a little bit. Right now we have about 19 minutes left in our junior race. As we said, multiple different categories going on in here. The 15 and 16, 17, 8-year-olds, they are part of the American Criterium Cup Series. They are part of those points for the ACC Series. But for the kids race, so 9 and under, if you're wondering, hey, where do I go? Are you going to make them do the full course? Nope, it's an A to B drag race. We're going to stage off to the west here of our finish line down on Main Street. So if you head west of the finish line down to Main Street, you'll have the wheel pit, the state cycling wheel pit on the north side of the road, and then on the south side is where we have our normal staging. If you head down to Main Street for the kids race, that's where we're going to stage you, and that's where we'll have everybody come on. If we have a large group, maybe some older, like 8 or 9, a lot of 8 or 9-year-olds, and then maybe a lot more 4 or 5, we may split it up. But right now, for the time being, just head to Main Street. That's where we're going to be doing our staging for our kids race. All righty here. So we've been counting the clock up before we count the laps down. So 13 minutes of racing in this 30-minute race. So now we officially have 6 laps to go. 6 to go for our race leaders and for everybody on this course. 6 more laps to go in our junior field. So a reminder, racers can't hear me here, but we talked about for podiums, if we got parents, coaches for the juniors, and if they are on the podium, make sure they hang out and stay close here because we'll be doing the podium. We actually have a couple different podiums. We're going to have the Tulsa Tough 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 podiums. But then there's also, because this is the first year the juniors are part of the American Criterium Cup and getting points for that, we're going to have 2 podiums for the 15 and 16, 17 and 18, boys and girls, young men and young women. We're going to have the Tulsa Tough podium, and we'll have the American Criterium Cup podium as well. So double podiums there. So just a reminder, again, they can't hear me. They're out there racing. They're working harder than me. But for all the parents and coaches out here, if you have kids that are on the podium for the junior race, we're going to do for the 15 and 16 and 17 and 18, we got the double podium, ACC and Tulsa Tough. So a little bit of housekeeping there as we're now down to 5 to go. Or it still says 6. So still 6 laps to go. Next time the race leaders roll through, we'll have 5 to go. Again, thank you to all of our great sponsors. Looking at the juniors out here, all the great race teams, parents. Talk about the weekend warriors, juniors as well. Parents, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, extended family. It takes a village to give the chance for these juniors to get out here and you know, have the experience of doing Tulsa Tough, have an experience of racing crits, and especially for the 15 and 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds, the fact that now you got the opportunity to be part of the ACC series. You get the cup points. You're part of the national stage and national series of points for the American Criterium Cup. So 5 to go, 5 to go, 5 to go in our junior race. The junior of the juniors up on the Jumbotron. That guy easily could have been in the in the kids race, but he's out here racing with the juniors. His bike is almost as tall as he is, but he's out here climbing Sound Pony Hill. Please, no beer hand-ups, people. These are juniors. Looking at those race leaders toward the front all together there. Okay, Flyers, again, trying to see. I wanted to say 614. That is not the number of that one leader in our junior field that's been up there. So again, trying to keep an eye out for that as they make another trip around our L-shaped NASCAR drag race of the FC Tulsa Arts District Criterium. All the 80s decor coming back. All of the bright yellow, bright pink, like it's Miami Vice. Crispy print out of the Oklahoma City area. Got the great kits there. Got the blue and gold of the Brick Squad out of the 405. But here we are, under 5 to go. Next time they come, the race leaders roll through, we'll show 4 to go. Again, as our fondos keep rolling on in, so 8 o'clock start time, I believe, for the fondo this morning. So let's do the math. The ACE participants should already be done. So the ACE, if you're wondering what that is 100 miles doing the Tulsa Tough Fondo in 5 hours. As we now have 4 laps to go, 4 to go, 4 to go, 4 to go, 4 to go. 474. Not on my start list, but he is in the front of this race here for the juniors. 331, gotcha. That is Miguel Hernandez, A1 Mobile Bike Shop out of Florida. Again, some of the racers got multiple races they're in, so they got different bib numbers. So 331 on the start sheet, but 474 out there. That's Miguel Hernandez, A1 Mobile Bike Shop out of Florida, in first place overall for our junior race here. So under 4 to go. So next time we see Miguel roll on through, it will be 3 to go. Looking on the backside of the Guthrie Green. Watching them roll on through again. We'll continue to send them up 3 more times, actually 4 more times up Sound Pony Hill. And again, a reminder, if you're heading up Main Street later on, at the end of the day, at the end of the racing, Big Ride 2024, the after party here on day 2 of Tulsa Tough will be taking place. You can go online to www.flywheel.com. Still have tickets for $10. VIP packages for $75, I believe, are still available. The Big Ride 2024 party. Gonna have multiples up there as far as entertainers. Girl talk. Actually, looking up on the Jumbotron, the Big Ride. Flywheel presents. Last year they had Ghostland Observatory. That would have been a great show to see, but it'll be a great show tonight here with Girl Talk Crowd Show. I believe it's DJ KCRO 3.0. I butchered that twice now. Apologies to the Jake. Alrighty, under 4 to go. When we see Hernandez roll through, we'll show 3 to go. But again, after party tonight here at the notorious TUL, it's the Big Ride. Go to flywheel.com for tickets. So coming up will be the kids race. If you're here for the kids race, we're staging down at Maiden Street. If you're in the kids race, coming up next, we're down at Main Street. So if you're asking, where's Main Street? Head to the west. Head to the west of our start-finish line. Head west of Guthrie Green, down to the state wheel tent. Go down to the wheel pit. We're gonna be staging at Main Street. Main Street and Brady, right down there. It used to be called Brady. But down at Main Street, that is where the tent will be. Hey, Suzanne, stay on that side. Oh, the bikes are on this side? The World Wide Web knows where our bikes are now. They're on this side. All righty, final 3 laps for our juniors. Again, the overall race leader, Miguel Hernandez, racing out of Florida. Next time we see him roll through, we'll see 2 to go. Again, getting to the business end of this one for our juniors. A reminder, if you're a parent or a coach and you have any 15 to 16 and 17 to 18-year-olds that are racing, when we do the podium for the 15 and 16, 17 and 18 categories, we're also going to keep them up there. We'll be doing 2 podiums. One is the St. Francis Tulsa Tough podium, and one will be the American Criterium Cup podium, as this is the first year the juniors are part of the ACC series, so they're going to get points for the ACC National Series. First year of existence for the juniors being part of the ACC. Again, we'll be looking for Hernandez rolling on through. When he rolls through, we'll have 2 laps to go, and it will be towards the business end, the penultimate lap of our junior race. Here, as we are into the afternoon hours on day number 2, as there goes Hernandez, 331 on the sheets, 474 in your hearts. Hernandez in first, 2 laps to go, the penultimate lap, penultimate lap, penultimate lap, 2 to go, 2 to go, 2 to go. Reminder, first year that the juniors will get points in the American Criterium Cup. Also, if you're heading over here and you're in the 9 and under kids race, we are staging for that down at Main Street. So head to the west. If you're down here and you're just listening to me flap these gums down here, and you're like, where's west? Stare at the sun. Okay, don't stare at the sun. But if you head to the west of Main Street, go down next to the state wheel pit. That's where we're doing our staging for our kids race coming up next. But right now we're down to the final lap and a half of our juniors. Again, lots of action all over this race course. Racers from the ages of 11 all the way through 18. Some of the juniors have just raced the Cat 4 and won the Cat 4 in the form of Jackson Clary. So multiple skill levels, multiple experience here as it's the future of American cycling coming on up to the final lap. Coming up momentarily, we'll be listening for the bell. And again, as we do a little homework here in admin, if you're here for the kids race, it's an A to B drag strip here. Kids race staging down at Main Street, off to the west at the state wheel tent. So we'll be looking for Miguel Hernandez, and there he is on cue on the Jumbotron. Looks like he's heading up the hill possibly at Sound Pony Hill. Navigating his way. He's going to hit the shadow of 244 momentarily. Second to last trip around that corner, second to last trip down the hill. And actually, I'm way off. He is actually on a different portion of the course, but when he navigates through, we'll be ringing 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, and it is 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Actually, there he is, Hernandez. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. As he will make his way on the south side of the Guthrie Green here in our junior race. One more trip around our L-shaped race course. One more trip up Sound Pony Hill. One more trip down past the Tulsa Theater as we are wrapping up our junior race to the final lap here. 30 minutes of racing coming down to the final two. As we said, Miguel Hernandez on the front of this junior race has already, I think he raced in the men's Cat 4 already. Also, he's been doing sub 2-minute laps. So he actually, no offense Cat 4s, he's racing faster than you. As he's looking to maintain that speed to the finish here on the final lap of our junior field. Again, thanks everybody for out. Come to the barriers, cheer them on. Lots of weekend work by parents, coaches, 11-year-olds all the way through 18, navigating their way here at the FC Tulsa Arts District Criterium. One final lap. Again, if you're here for the kids race 9 and under, if you're here for the kids race, please head down to Main Street. Off to the west of us, Main Street is the staging for our kids race coming up next. We'll look back to the Quick Trip live stream as we see Miguel Hernandez navigating his way. Again, the overall leader in the race, also in his age group category. Again, we'll be recognizing multiple podiums for the juniors. We'll be recognizing also for your 15 and 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds. If you're a parent or a coach, keep them here. We got 2 podiums for them. The St. Francis Tulsa Tough podium and the American Criterium Cup podium. 1 to go, 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 1 to go. Final lap, final lap, final lap. As we are finishing it on up. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Hernandez, arms in the air. Overall winner here in the juniors. And like I said, smoking hot lap time as we finish up our junior race. So a reminder, if you are crossing at any of our official race crossing sections, pay attention to the marshals. They're here to protect the racers first and foremost. As the racers are working harder than you are, do not interrupt their work zone. All right, as we finish up the junior race, congratulations to our finishers as they continue to roll on through here on the final lap. Wrapping it up here on our junior event. Again, thank you to all the great sponsors. We talked about FC Tulsa here, but again, you look at all of these great sponsors. Tulsa Bone and Joint, official orthopedic partner, Bass Bank, the Bass Bank Soundstage sponsor on Sunday at Crybaby Hill. You gotta say thank you to the Williams Company. This is again, final lap. Congratulations as they sprint it on out, finishing up the junior race here at the 2024 edition of the notorious TUL. Again, thank you to Williams Companies. They're sponsors of the Williams Townie Ride on Sunday, free and open to the public. So if you want to come on down, you got a beach cruiser, all that. We will have the Townie. That event is around 2:15 on Sunday down on Riverside Drive at the McElroy Manufacturing River Parks Criterium. Congratulations again as our juniors continue to finish it on up. But your overall winner here in the junior race with A1, Miami A1 Mobile race team, Miguel Hernandez in our junior race.